today we have another news day. It's been a while, so here's what happened in the official Discord in the last 2 weeks, and also I have a ton of new kawaii things to show you, some very cool things that I bought at Miniso during my vacation, and a lot of new merch that I bought so you can see it in person and decide if you want to buy it or not. Let's go. So first of all, Meave said, I wish that Usahana's ability worked more like Hello Kitty's or Chococat's instead of just giving an extra one no matter how many items you make. And Chelsea said, this is a bug reported. Abilities should always target/reflect the quantity you put in. I said to Chelsea, I'm so excited about this collection. However, I am sad that I can't get grey dye, so I can't dye the furniture in the ice cream colorway. Talking about the new spooky furniture that are gorgeous in mint and pink. And Chelsea said, ice cream needs grey dye? What? And then that sounds very not right. And Sprout showed her. Apparently, it was not supposed to have grey dye in all those pastels colorways. Chelsea said, turns out this is a bug with our customization definition should be fixed in 2.0.3. So apparently this is out already. And so you should not require grey dye anymore. Now story time! So it was totally supposed to be ramen. The original idea was for Usahana to have a ramen shop in the city and you'd get to pick the ingredients for it, which could impact things like spiciness, sweetness, whether it had eggs or not, what imaginary meat you wanted to use, etc. It was too big, so we had to slice and dice that dream, like we always do, and we wound up at mochi instead. But we still all love and crave ramen, so does that mean that one of the updates in the cafe will be ramen recipes? That would be cool. So maybe they had to make the initial way, like a functioning way of the cafe easier, and now that they can just add tons of ramen. That would be fun. Yeah, just a sneak peek of what happened. This fell, but I'll show you later. Or maybe it's a good time. Maybe it is a good time. So I was in Budapest this past week and they had Miniso, and as you know I live in Switzerland and there's no Miniso in Switzerland, so every time I go I'm obsessed and I just put in my map all the Minisos that they had, and my boyfriend picked on our itinerary out of 4 days 4 different Minisos. So I went and bought a few stuff. So first of all, I saw this gorgeous My Sweet Piano giant figure that has this balloon that I cannot figure out how to stick. And they also had My Melody, but not at every location, and it was so gorgeous that I dreamt about it and I went back to the next one and bought it. It's huge and the box was huge and we were only traveling with a backpack, but I managed to keep the box because the box is gorgeous. Let's see, oh no, yeah. The box is gorgeous and I managed to make it flat in my backpack, and I put the whole figure in some of my sweater and it survived perfectly. It's all fuzzy, like she's really sweet. So I usually like My Melody more than My Sweet Piano, but My Sweet Piano was so adorable in that case that I had to take this one. And I bought also one of this new blind box. Like the secret one is gorgeous. I never get the secret one, so I don't know. And we'll see. I usually unbox all my blind box in shorts. Do you want me? I have maybe now, I would say 4, 5, 6 maybe blind boxes to open. Would you want me to save them and make a big longer video, or do you rather me doing it a short? Please answer me in the comments. What do you think? Okay, I have 3 more things. I have this adorable cinema roll notebook. Yeah, it's a notebook. And I thought it would be so cute to actually put all the messages that I'm going to collect for Chelsea about her being pregnant in this book and collect all that. Yes, and I made this. I don't know if you've seen, maybe it's on my other channel, but we have made Sanrio keychain workshop with my friends, and this is an adorable My Melody. So my friend Val organized this Sanrio keychain workshop and I participated in it. This is a storage box that I think is very cute and super practical, and like you've seen, it can be so flat, and here I can put all my smaller accessories. I have a bigger one also from Miniso, and so I have very ugly ones from IKEA that I'm trying to replace with cute ones when I can. So cute ones, yay! The last thing is a Hello Kitty mug that my friend was selling, and she shipped it from the US and it stayed perfectly in shape, and it's actually an official, obviously, from 2014 from Starpoint, imported by Fab Starpoint. Hand wash only? Really? I don't want to hand wash it, but it's cute. I wish it had the bow in a different color, but still it's a adorable mug. Okay, back to Discord. This is a feedback request. A request for feedback, City Town by Chelsea. Hey all, we did a few things differently in City Town and would love to get your initial thoughts and impressions, both good and bad. Please remember to keep critical feedback constructive. It's 100% okay to say what you didn't like and why, but please limit dramatic language and keep it kind. So there's a bunch of things already, but if you want to add your comments in there, feel free. What is also useful is reading other people's feedback and adding emojis that says, yeah, I agree with this, or something like that. Nate says that making the dango with all the mochi that look the same is very complicated, and Chelsea said, yeah, this is pretty awful right now and our top priority to improve. We're working on getting unique data into icons, which will also apply to flowers, yes please, and acknowledge that it's a very subpar experience right now. So they are working on that, but that means that it could be 2.2 or something like that if they're working on it now. So just so you know, it might be coming and it will change the way we can interact with the flowers, and that will be very cool too. Jessie said, the update on this is that it looks like it's not feasible for 2.1, but it's top priority for 2.2. Work is beginning on it now. It just won't be ready in time for the 2.1 cutoff. 2.2 is supposed to be December 12th. C. Mary 413 said, could we please order more than one batch of boba/tea leaves at a time? And Jessie said, this is on our to-do list to add. I think currently scheduled for 2.1. Sproutsy Sprout said, the cafe can be a little much. Chelsea said, one of the things we try to do with all our features is to automate them over time as we play through the game to lower the grind. How would the completionism handle something like you could hire a null to run the cafe, but the null would only do it at 80% efficiency or something. So there's still incentive for the folks who want to do it more. That's interesting. I'm not sure what you get if your cafe is not at 100% satisfaction rate or something like that. Or efficiency, does it mean that when you give somebody a wrong order you don't get paid and then you would just not get as much money per day? Is it something like that? Maybe. Jessie said, because we can't make an entire biome in 6 weeks, we have to release things piecemeal because we don't have the bandwidth to release them all at once with our current legally required update cadence. If we wanted to release a biome all at once, it would be 4 to 6 months between updates, which mobile attention spans will be unlikely to survive. And then she also said about puzzle rooms, they are coming, but not quite soon. A feedback that says pre-order special gifts. And Sweetie Pie says, hi, I really want a physical copy of this game for the Switch, and I would really like something special when we pre-order our game, if we're able to do that when we get closer to coming out. I've never pre-ordered a game before, but definitely would for HKIA. I hope if we can pre-order, we can get something that is HKIA exclusive, poster, figure, or stuffy or something from the game. And Chelsea said, we are definitely keeping things like that in mind. I will have to buy it because I want everything Hello Kitty Island Adventure, but what if they have different things for all the different platforms and we need to buy everything? We'll see. In a feedback that says flower display building, people required like a museum for flowers. And Chelsea said, so I think the devil is in the details with this request. It's a lot of personal preference with regards to how deeply we go here. For instance, just for example of the bell buttons, we could have it be you just have the flower in a pattern version, you just have the flower in each color, you just have the flower in each color with the default pattern, you have the flower in each color in the default pattern with every possible hybrid secondary, you have the flower in each color in every non-default pattern, you have the flower in each color in every non-default pattern with every hybrid secondary. Supposing we did the latter, that's trying to make a building that holds thousands upon thousands of flowers. Yes. Last time I counted it was 21,000, but we had so many more flowers now. It could be closer to 30 or something. I'm not sure on the math. It could also obligate folk and make them feel like they must do the absolute maximum with flowers versus something that was just colors or patterns might be more achievable for folks. Then we could also have a space that just has a whole bunch of flower display slots but doesn't mandate how to use them. At this time I'm almost at 500 or more flowers or even more. So I would say definitely we need at least 1,000 location, and that's a lot. There's a whole conversation between Chelsea and Phoebe and trying to find the best way to do that in this way, so you can go check it out. A feedback by Usahana. I think the elevator menu in Rainbow Tower could be improved with some kind of visitor indicator. And they've attached a suggestion so they would display like the icon of the person living on floor 2, and Chelsea said this is a great idea, we've passed it along to the art/UI team. A feedback that says talking to characters during mini games, and Chelsea said we're hoping to include a test setting in an upcoming update that makes it so you have to press and hold to talk to characters. Hopefully this will reduce the frustration around accidentally talking to characters in many situations. A feedback that says winter cabins. Blue Bunny said, I would love to see a Christmas/winter cabin in the game. And Chelsea said, patience. So apparently this winter it's coming, hopefully. Winter is coming also, but yeah. A feedback, quality of life for the dye station improvement by the Quality Ninja. Super long post with a lot of suggestions, and some of them actually are just telling how many of that color you already have or some things like that. And Chelsea said, I've passed this along the UI UX team. Going to reality is definitely the hard part, but some of the counter stuff seems like low-hanging fruits, so hopefully they are passed to alleviate some of the friction. I agree that I don't actually go very often in the dye station, and I tend to do a lot at the time, and especially now that they added new colors of old clothing, it's a pain to know how many in details we have, and did I do this color already? It's a mess. A feedback that says instead of flowers, trees by Molly. We want to do orchards in the future. It's not currently slated but might be released with a future event. Cute. Yes, that would be nice. Something very important about the Hello Kitty bow in a heads up. Let's talk about the case of the Hello Kitty's bow. We've released an endgame quest a few updates ago to create Hello Kitty's iconic red bow, which requires having red colored flowers in each of the 4 native types in the Merry Meadow. This was designed to be a long-term quest in line with many of the Besties quests. However, it compounded 2 RNG components for folks who wanted to complete it solo, getting a pattern flowers and getting a color transfer. It wound up being a more difficult quest than we intended, so we were honestly a bit relieved when folks reported that you could get around the second part of the quest, Fashion Rules, by just putting a single bow on and off a single null 7 times. That seems to at least make up for the increased difficulty of the initial quest to some extent. Jump to 2.0 updates. when suddenly we get reports that a workaround is no longer working. I'm confused because to my knowledge we didn't touch that code at all and we had no way of preventing the workaround anyways. Design is confused by the bug reports about it because to their knowledge they didn't touch that code at all, but it was always designed to need 7 bows on 7 nulls at the same time. TLDR, no one knows how this happened. We actually have no idea what made the workaround suddenly not work, but it certainly wasn't by design. Our intent is try to figure out how to re-allow the workaround. So yeah, my video says try to do that, and apparently now it doesn't work, but in the future it should again if they found how. There's a big discussion about the event outfits, which should we get first, the dresses or the male clothes, and people are debating. But apparently there's a bug in the full fashion frenzy that we got 2 times the overall and not the sweater. So Chelsea said, that said, the 2 overalls is an issue. We'll be gifting folks one other colorway exclusive via devmail. It is cute, and she put it here. And also if you open your devmail, this is how you get all the past fall fashion frenzy outfits because they were not available at Tuxedo Sam's. So open your devmail, you'll receive a ton of things, and apparently those we could get a second off if we had them last year. A feedback that says option to toggle off the dialog sound effect. And apparently now since 2.0 you have some kind of something like that when you talk to somebody. It's annoying. And see Emily Play wants to see if we could maybe add an option to toggle it off. And Chelsea said, thanks for the feedback. I've passed it to the audio team to see if there's something we can get into settings. A feedback by Draxdad that says another source for honey. And Chelsea said, broadening the source pool is a good suggestion, given how much honeycomb you might need if you get a lot of sweet boba orders in a day. In the meantime, I'd recommend gifting Wish Me Mel some toasted marshmallows cloud to maximize the honeycomb without needing to use it on candles. And also, if you bring My Melody with you, you will get an extra one, so that's always good. A feedback by Vera that says that the companion ability pages are not very readable and accessible, and Chelsea said, we want to completely redo these pages so that they're not depending on the character colors as they fail contrast testing hardcore. Each page has to be done individually, so it's taking far more time than we wanted. And feedback by mrob that says Halloween plushies, and it says, I think it would be cute to use the wool to make pumpkin plushies or ghost plushies for the spooky season. And Chelsea said, this is adorable, passed it on to the art team for next year. Cinecine said, I definitely missed the way the flowers were sorted pre-2.0. It's so frustrating and confusing trying to see if I have a particular flower color now. And Chelsea said, this should be back to type then color for 2.1. Yes! Oh wow, this is good because now I need to go filter each time when I need to check something, and it was really better when we could just look through the list. A feedback that says ability to grow veggies / farm, and Chelsea said we got pretty polarized feedback last time farming was brought up, which is part of the reason it wasn't prioritized the same way as flowers. We are considering it, but definitely need a way for it to not add to the daily grind. We like the fantasy of it too. I agree, the flowers are a bit grindy now. This is where I spend the most time on my island daily. But I would love to make also vegetables. That would be cute. And there's like endless possibilities. I feel like even more than flowers. Maybe not in colors though. Yeah. Carter had a very long inventory revamp proposal feedback, and Chelsea gave a very long answer, so I'll let you read the whole for yourself. There are a few very important things that I'm going to read for you. I also believe a favorite system is still in the works, so you'll be able to press and hold certain items to store them, and stored item will always go to the top of your inventory. So that will definitely be important. Sometimes I want to give some very nice flowers to people, like very rare double ombre flowers, but I can never find them, so that would be perfect. And the rest is like size of things and scrolling and things like that. A feedback that says display case to keep the room clean. Jennifer Emberg says, we can put extra items in cabin that a character likes, but it makes the room messy. It would be nice to have a shelving unit like an empty bookcase or display case that holds multiple items like food items. Objects could be placed using the same menu that you have for the flower pots. And Chelsea said, I'm going to see what sort of additional effort it would take to add the stored item to the case data and handle returning them to inventory if a case is removed. I feel it's a bit more complicated than it seems, but worth investigating. A feedback by Kirby fan that says, Put found chest on the map. They said, if you discover a chest that you can't open yet, such as the chest that requires a specific key that can only be obtained through RNG, because of course it is, it should be marked on the map so it can be easily tracked again when you do finally get the key instead of Cora. And Chelsea said, do you imagine this happening automatically when you interact with the chest? And Kirby fan 45 said, yeah, you interact with the chest, it goes through the text box and then it's marked on the map. And Chelsea said, cool, passed this along. That would be nice. In the Gave Dev section, Chelsea said that she would talk about things that ended up on the cutting room floor, meaning that has been done and then decided to be discarded. And she said, here's something that wound up on the cutting room floor that came out of one of the hackathon. We were trying to figure out a way to improve deco mode, but this particular hack wound up being too memory intensive to come to fruition. And so this is a video where you can actually stack a lot of things on top of each other, and they want you to be able to stack the things on the tables without having to come out and pick up with their hands. But apparently we'll see to what extent this is actually doable or if they scrap the whole thing. And there were actually rugs and things like that. And Chelsea said, we know that everything in the video is much requested. This was our first attempt. It won't be the last. Ceswed said, we could stack pies all the way up to the ceiling. And Chelsea said, one of our QA team members did this. Many monstrosities were made on this day. This was the work of our CCO game director, who is a true wizard. A feedback by Dinosox that says, sit it on shop. A whole new set of furniture, maybe stuff like lava lamps, beanbags, really 90s vibes. Another cool thing for the shop could be lighting color palettes. Just like the character color palettes, but for lighting in cabins. But we should have a cute and eclectic shop with fun colorful furniture, most different than My Melody's shop, but the same concept. Also this idea by Phoebe, the shop can also have fun city touristy like clothing, like imagine a touristy knick-knack city shop but for city town. And Chelsea said, we definitely got 90s as a theme on the event board. I think the planned city town style furniture set will be a bit different, more Usahana-esque, and the tourist stuff is hilarious / awesome. As far as the lighting, that's a cool idea. Let me pass on to the Enviro team because I know they've been exploring a bunch of lighting related stuff. A feedback by Ceswet. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name every time. Tell me how to tell it. I was thinking of the springtime kimonos and how fun it was to get a crafting plan for the clothing and make it and dye it. And Chelsea said, there was actually planned for spooky celebration. You were going to learn how to make lace and how to be removed at the last minute, but generally speaking, crafting plans for dyeable is our best practice moving forward for sure. And then Phoebe said, the lace incident. Oh, I'm so sad. I wanted to learn how to make lace in Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That would be so cute. So, I don't know if you noticed, but I have now 2 shops and it's not ideal, but I found a better place to make my merch and I will actually move things from one place to the other. But at the moment I have 2, but this is the new Wenna's Milk series that you can get on the new shop, and there's also the knits and some cute new things. So let's talk about it and let me check. That is so well packaged. Oh my god, it cannot break. So I have the Wenna's Milk mug here. I'm actually happy about this one because I wanted the pink one. So now the inside and the handle is pink, and you can see that actually the printing location is actually bigger. I don't know. Anyways, I think that now I have made almost everything that was when also where on this new store. So you can get the Wenna's Milk. And on this one, you can get a huge tumbler. Oh, wow. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I thought that would be cool to have a huge thing to carry all my drinks when I film videos, and so that I can try it to see how cool it is. And you can lock it And yeah, it looks really cool. So now you can also order this one on my shop on the link in the description. And this should actually be, when I talk about each product, you should see them under the video normally. And apparently we can also do stickers. They're a little bit smaller than the other ones that I found were too big, but they feel like a lot more expensive on this new store, so we'll see. And ultimately, apparently, I can ship stuff that I have. So like the sticker sheets that I have made before, I could ship them. Honestly, I think they look a lot better than the other ones. And they're like smaller and it looks more like a sticker. So we have stickers. That one is for Nita, persona non grata, who actually wins tons of stickers coming up as a member to the live streams. And we played a game where the members pick a stack of character boxes, and if there's a hat, they win a sticker. And I will send a bunch to Nita because she won a lot. And I ordered this one. I will not open it because I wanted to keep it sealed for Chelsea, but this is a baby onesie and it's adorable, and it says when is milk, and I thought it's absolutely perfect for baby clothes. So like I said before, I'm going to add comments for Chelsea from different people in a cute book and send that to her with the onesie. And yay. Okay, last thing is that this shop can make knits, and when I saw this one, it was actually the Scholastic Celebration, so I was super excited. And two things about this. First of all, the quality is amazing and I'm extremely happy about how it turned out. And I really like this light pink. This is the hot pink, and for me it's a bit too salmony as a pink. I don't really like this tone, and this is the thing, one of the things that prevented me to make the Christmas sweaters. And I'm a bit sad because it's actually so hard to make them. I think I would spend at least half a day on one product because I need to make the Photoshop template for all of the sizes and everything, and it's a mess. And I'm not sure about all the colors, so that's something that is a bit sad. And so apparently I won't have the time to make all the Give and Gather sweaters that I wanted, unfortunately. So we'll see if I make them during the year and not for Christmas, unfortunately. So we'll see about that, but I'm happy about this option. The other issue is that this is a pink that I have for my outfit for the Scholastic Celebration, and this is the color, it's more like purple actually than pink, that I was able to find for the tartan, and so absolutely it's not matching. So I'm also waiting on another sweater. I'm not sure if it will come like the jacket. Hopefully it matches more this one or this one, we'll see, but I'm stuck with making this Scholastic Celebration outfit, and it's not only by time but also by colors. But so you'll find all these products that I have made already under the video, so feel free to go check out this store. And if you like my channel and like my content, obviously you can imagine that having only 4,000 subscribers and making daily content is getting me in a ton of spending, more than earning any money on YouTube. So I'm really in debt of making YouTube videos for you guys. So any help of people buying my merch or subscribing or becoming a member, every tiny bit of that helps me being in less debt of making content for you guys. So honestly, if you want to support me and like my channel, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully, I'm still hoping that when the game releases to more platforms, I will have a lot more potential viewers, and that at least the ads on videos will at least make me break even or earn a little bit. But at the moment, it's not that I'm not paying myself, it's that I'm spending too much money on having people edit half of my videos for me. and publishing them. So I'm really spending a lot of money to make videos for you. And at some point I would like to also be able to pay myself for spending 30 hours a week making videos for you. That would be amazing. Anyways, let's go back to Discord. A feedback by Molaka. They said that when you want to ask the person who is with you to collect things, you have to first tell them to go away and then they go away, and so it's a mess. And Chelsea said, I think it will happen naturally as a side effect of the quality of life feature we're doing around bestie collecting, currently slated for 2.2. I always get tripped on this too. Dinosaur says, Chelsea, anyway you can confirm or deny any new flower or flower plots for 2.1. Or if you can confirm if City Town will get a native flowers. And Chelsea said, I can destroy your dreams of a City Town native, mostly because of intended future gameplay on that island. Interesting. But let me check if the next flower is 2.1 or 2.2. Okay, so there are 3 even flowers coming through the end of the year. So we know that one should be for Hello Kitty's birthday. I think Hello Kitty's birthday is right after 2.1, like one day after. Because it looks like the Hello Kitty bow. It looks like it's a flower. And the other ones, what she said 3 event flowers or 3 flowers? 3 event flowers. So I'm not even sure if we even get another biome flower. That would be insane. So by the end of this year, so there will be one for Hello Kitty's birthday. There might be one for Christmas, like Give and Gather celebration, and maybe one for the Lighttime Jubilee. That's a lot. Or more events. There will definitely be more events. We'll see. Since he said, would it be possible to implement a mechanic where Karopi offers more than one item to purchase with friendship beads? And Chancy answered, what if it was a friendship level reward? Normally all of your friendship levels reward are per friend, but what if we did something like every time you reach level X with a friend, it would give you a new slot up to Y slot. It won't be a ton of slots, but it could be like 3 without breaking things, especially if folks have put in some effort to get there. I was thinking lower than clothing, but still a bit of work, maybe like 10 or so, like the level that you would unlock that. In a heads up, we've added some rules and guidelines to welcome and rules. Be sure to check them out when you have a chance. I will not read the whole post, but just a few snippets, but you can go by yourself read them. Basically, they add a lot of rules about how moderation works and so that the Discord server is the only official forum of the game. You should not discuss moderation issues. About her break, Chelsea said, the plan is to be fully disconnected from work through the new year, then mostly disconnected but still touching base until March. We will see if my self-control lets me stay away. I at least need to be here for certain plot reveals. Okay, so Chelsea, you'll be nursing your baby and like, but Milk is here, oh my god, I need to talk to them. Okay, this is crazy. If you stayed until the end, that's amazing, because it's been 2 weeks since I filmed that, and that's what happened when I wait too long. It's a super long news, and I know that you guys have said that you want more of them, but you also said that you want more game footage in it, so that means that it will take even longer to edit and be even more expensive for me to edit, because I need to go find all the game footage and also pay somebody a lot longer to edit to add in all the game footage. So honestly, what I want to do is maybe brainstorm with you guys. I feel that this is not a gaming video if I'm not adding any game footage and only screenshots. But it's not sustainable to make a video that is this long and add game footage in it, because it would take me like 2 days just to produce one video, and it's too long. So please tell me what you think about that. Should I talk about less things but only the more important things and do it less often, or as often but shorter but with game footage? Tell me what you think about it. Honestly, I'm really interested in making the best video for you, but also, like I said, it's not sustainable for me. This whole channel is not sustainable for me as it is. So I want to find what is doable for you guys. So I made a new playlist of videos that I think that are important to view, and we'll see if we change things in this playlist often or not. So if you have not seen all these videos, go check them out. Bye bye!